actually a total accident. I fell into this. I was working in an archive in the Museum of London and I was researching on the popular history of music hall. And the archivist there, who's an incredible lady called Beverly Cook, said, well, do you know, we've got this old diary of a woman who was a music hall star and she was also a suffragette. You might be interested. And I rolled my eyes because I was like, oh God, not a suffragette. I really don't want to get into that. I don't want to be pigeonholed into being a female historian of the women's movement. And I sat down and I started to read this autobiography and it just blew me away. The life, the actions, this history that was completely unknown to me as a historian, and I think to anyone at that time, of a woman who was a suffragette and was a bomber, which I'd never encountered before. Suffragette outrages are a very specific term, and it's one that the press used to describe really any extreme violence that the suffragettes were committing. So you're talking bombs, arson campaigns, telegraph and telephone wires being cut, pillar boxes being fired, threats. It's how we would say a terrorist attack today, but in the 1910s they called them suffragette outrages. Now, outrage is a term that the press had used for quite a while before this to describe any bomb attack on the capital or on across the UK. So the Fenians, the anarchists, anyone that would commit an outrage is attacking government, is attacking the heart of society. The WSPU seemed to be responsible for all of the extremist violence that happens during the suffrage campaign. And that's because they are led by a very enigmatic and very forceful family and leadership by the Pankhursts. Now, Christabel Pankhurst, who is Emmeline Pankhurst's daughter, is one of the most vocal and persuasive authors of militant suffrage violence. She says, this is a revolution, we are fighting a war. If men make use of bombs, why shouldn't women do so? So she's saying this publicly in the press, she's saying this to journalists, so she's really advocating that the members of the WSPU should carry out these campaigns. We know that many members of the WSPU actually move forward with this and take her up on that kind of idea, because we have a record of personal diaries and we have one of the most detailed sources available to us today that has never been used in suffrage history properly before. And that's the diary of Kitty Marion, which is what I've been working on. And she leaves detailed descriptions of not only her actions as a suffragette bomber, but also who directs her, where that comes from, who her connection is with the other people who were saying that this was a good idea. And she meets with Christabel Pankhurst. She says very clearly that she goes to Clement's Inn, that she meets with the leadership in the heart of the WSPU, and they say, well, we'll give you the chance to commit to our organisation with deeds, not words. And that is a very important moment because it really defines and showcases that the suffragette motto of deeds, not words means exactly that. It means words haven't worked, so here is violent action. And I think we tend to throw around deeds, not words as this incredible motto with very little understanding of its reality.